Now then, welcome back to the channel. More Discovery 2 content. Why have we got a disco on the ramp? Will, do you want to tell us?
Because my clutch was slipping in the last video, that's why.
Yeah, so Will made just over 500 Newton meters on the dyno. If you didn't see that video, go back and have a look because it was a bit of a laugh. So we slipped his clutch. We think that this has got an LOF power spec.
Apparently it's
we're told we're going the medium duty LOF clutch. So we're going to pull that out today, and there's a lot of noise outside. We're going to pull it out today, and we'll find out what it's like, what it looks like, and then I'll show you over here. We've got a new clutch to fit to it. So what is it? Yeah, it's an LOF Extreme. So what do you get in the box with one of these? Well, you get the clutch, of course. It's not a paddle clutch or anything like that. It's traditional sort of style clutch, heavy duty cover. Excuse me. So heavy duty cover on there. Looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's what you get in the box with that one. And yeah, of course, Will's took a day off work and he's borrowing a ramp, and he's going to fit it, and we'll have a laugh at him fitting a clutch, yeah? So, yeah. So, all right, stick with us and we'll show you what it's all about. I mean, obviously, where are we at the minute, Will?
So we've got both cross members off, gassed off.
Gassed off?
Yeah,
oh dear.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah, I see.
Prop shafts are off, front and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going to start taking the mounts out and the bell housing bolts.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, cool. Right, so what Will was just saying off camera is that this clutch, the VNT clutch, these fingers, apparently they're a bit lighter, whilst it does have a lot of clamping force, and I don't know the actual figures. It should be quite light, because you get a lot of uprated clutches in Land Rovers, and you know, you almost need knee surgery after driving them a couple of times. So this is going to be hopefully nicer to drive. You know, we're going to drive it on the road and we'll give you our opinion. The clutch that's in it, like I say, we believe it's an LOF. I mean, Will's not had this too long. It's just what he's been told. So it feels slightly heavier than the original, but yeah, bit of info there for you. Right, as well, just, you know what, we've got a lot of fans for this one. There's a lot of love for this red Discovery. We've nicknamed it the Red Rocket. So yeah, you know, it's Martin's Discovery 2. This one kind of has an ongoing battle with Will's Disco. Yeah, you know it does. So a bit of an ongoing banter. So what's new with this one? Well, he's just fully serviced it. You know, all the fluids and everything has been done. Yeah, it's been servicing the old girl. And we've just had roll up, because, you know, it is a Land Rover. On a recovery wagon, we've got another Discovery 2, which I think it has a misfire, but it turns out, is it a bit of a non-start, this one, at the minute?
Yeah, it was described as a misfire, but it won't start at all. It's had a fuel pump in it. I've literally just got in it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Can you hear the fuel pump?
Yeah, fuel pump comes on. I've run it through a prime sequence.
Right.
Makes no difference. Don't start.
And it's an auto, so if you're a D2 owner, are you auto or manual? I'm a bit of a lazy one. I like an auto.
Not in one of these.
Not in one of these, yeah, I know.
Auto in anything but one of these.
Yeah, it's like it's just like a one-hole clutch slip wherever you go, isn't it?
Oh, everywhere you go is 4,000 RPM.
Yep.
At 20 mile an hour.
That's it. But Ashcroft do a uprated torque converter, which does lock up a lot nicer. I've driven them; they feel a lot more responsive.
Yeah, V8 torque converter.
Yeah,
does make a difference to them. But yeah, they're just an old auto box. That,
what mileage is on this one? 104. All right, yeah. So not silly mileage, but
it's still broken. That.
It's still broken though. Yeah. Right. Well, we'll leave you to that one.
Got some wear for 104,000 miles.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? Yeah. So, right, we'll leave you to it. Look what this is. It's about time we featured this one, I think. Bit of an unsung hero, really, of the channel. Yeah, it's almost one of the members of staff, this car. Just as good as, for what it does, So why is it on the dyno? Well, we've been testing some injectors. Yes, we have. How's it going, Will?
Getting there, mate.
Yeah.
We're thinking the clutch has been in quite a while, looking at the wear.
Oh, wow. Oh.
It might be a standard clutch in there, you never know. But if it's had an LOF one in, it's been in there a good 3 or 4 years. Especially looking at the state of all the oil and crusts around it. Doesn't look like it's been out very recent.
No.
And the top nuts on the start.
And the top nuts on the starter, mate. Most annoying thing. If you've done a gearbox or done a starter motor on a Td5, doesn't matter whether it's Discovery or Defender, top nut on a starter, yeah? It's our favourite thing when someone's not put it back on. So, yeah, it's a bugger, isn't it? Yeah, so, yeah, Will's been cracking on with this one. Might have been on it, what, 45 minutes so far, something like to an hour? It is his day off, so he's working at his own rate, bless him. So, yeah. But now getting on all right. There's plenty of bits look like they fell off the car already. A bit of mud on the floor, a bit of rust. So, just tying the handbrake out of the way.
Yeah.
What's your chassis like, Will?
Rusty, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wants a good fly brushing in it.
There's Martin. How's Des?
Nearly done.
Nearly done. Go to Stafford soon?
Yeah, I say nearly done. Nearly done for show.
Nearly done for the show. So it looks like it's mint. Look at it. But no, you've got a lot of gear going on with this one. A little bit of development for this year.
Yeah, so the rules have changed, so now we're allowed to we're allowed to plate the turret tops, which we haven't been able to do in previous years. So I've currently got some turret tops being made up, some plates that fit over and can be welded on, and then some coilovers, remote res dampers. I keep looking at you, but the camera's there. Remote res dampers for the front, because we have had an issue where the front dampers just get too hot and stop working.
Right.
But yeah, that's after the show.
Mate, of all colours, why did you go white with the wheels?
Retro.
Retro. Like, you know, one puddle.
It looks cool though, doesn't it?
It looks cool, yeah, it does look cool. I've always toyed with putting white wheels on the old Saxo, but we like the Ghetto Gold.
Yeah, the gold I didn't...
You didn't like that.
Initially-
You was so angry with that.
Well, I like the gunmetal that you got on.
Yeah, gone. They've gone, yeah.
Now the gold's on there. I still prefer the gunmetal, but the gold is a nice compromise.
Yeah. You've had some issues. Can we show under here? Have you had some issues or?
No, you can show under there.
You can show under here, right?
Yeah,
what, so how many of these have you damaged this year?
This year, none.
Ah, this year, right? All right. In 2024, how many sumps did you damage?
Cracked three, and one engine.
One cost you an engine.
Yeah. So it got.
Was that round one?
Round two.
Round two. Went in, guns are blazing. How long did it last?
2 laps.
Ah.
And it basically took everything from sort of that height. Like it did all the lower cross member and everything, just poof, fell up.
Yeah.
That is in a video. You can go back.
That is in a video. Yeah, do go back and watch some. Do go back and watch some Saxo videos. No, some Des videos. There's lots hours of this man. Yeah.
Trying to drive around.
Trying to drive. Yeah, trying to skid it around the field. You got new tyres.
Yeah, new tyres. Last round we used up all of our spares and somebody else's.
Didn't you go through like how many wheels did you go through at the last event?
3 wheels, three tyres.
3 wheels, yeah.
But they were the only 3 wheels and tyres we'd done all season. So we've not done bad.
Yeah.
Same with the rear dampers. You know, we run a standard rear damper, standard rear springs.
Yeah.
Them rear dampers, they were only Britpart ones, and you know there are better options available, but the Britpart ones literally did an entire season. So, yeah, hats off to them.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
there wasn't much left of it.
I saw the state of that rear one. It was like a banana. So.
But they did it. They lasted.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, ready for the show.
Yeah.
Sump guard to go on. Lower grille to go on.
On the Money Mod stand, one of your sponsors, one of the sponsors of Des.
Yeah, on the Money Mod stand.
Yeah. What are you looking at?
Them lower arms.
You got more droop on one than the other?
Yeah.
You have got more droop.
Significantly more droop.
Why you got more droop?
I don't know, to be fair.
What about that?
The limit straps aren't connected, but then even with the limit straps not connected, this should still be the same. Oh no, I know why I've got more droop. Because it's got the temporary suspension on it. This side's got a lift block on it and that side hasn't.
Excuses for droop.
There is.
Martin's talking about his droop.
There's a 40mm lift block on this side,
Right.
but none on that side. But when it's on the ground, because that's a heavier duty spring and this one isn't, it actually sits level.
You animal.
it's stationary at a show.
Yeah, like I say, it's going to be show ready.
Yeah, it's stationary at a show, but this suspension...
Look at how well prepared we are.
Oh, I was in here till quite late last night.
Yeah, oh man.
But yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
It'll be ready come race day, and a few more trophies this year. That's the
A few
plan.
more trophies.
Got to bring in more trophies than that sack, though. That's the problem.
do you run yours in a class you don't have to? Because I know I do. Oh well, right. Right, well, you're doing some gearbox mounts or something there, Willie?
Yeah, not far off. Got top bellows and bolts.
Yeah.
And get the stand bolted up.
What we're going to do, grab Big Jace, the gorilla,
Yeah.
lift the gearbox out. Yeah, oh yeah. Give Jace, let Jace give it a Jace pump to put it back in. What we're doing here then, Martin?
Second set of injector seals of the day.
Well, if I'm honest, you know when this started, have you had a sniff to see if it smells like it's been running on petrol? Because it knocks like it was aggressive, like it was on petrol.
Because we had to start it on easy start.
Okay, so it essentially fuel, petrol, yeah.
Yeah.
More of it, yeah.
And once it was running, it ran okay. But
You called that okay? I wish I should have videoed.
It was okay for running on easy start.
All right.
But it's had, so customers had it's been running lumpy for quite a while. He's had an injector loom fitted to it by somebody else. He's had somebody fit a fuel pump to it, so it's had a genuine Continental fuel pump. Eventually got to the point where it would not start, hence why he did all that work. But he's had it for just over a year, never had any injector seals in it, so we're just, most common issue, first port of call, stick a set of injector seals in it. And
Yeah. See what the tips look like as well. It almost sounds like...
It seems to prime up all right, so it's either an injector or an injector seal, I would guess.
Right.
Obviously, injector seals are the first protocol, and we'll do them. And
I've just seen something that I really like.
it's the Discovery. You don't like anything on a Discovery. Oh, that's actually Jack Mat. That's actually out of a fish pond filter.
And how would you know that? Because you sell fish.
I do. Clark's Koi. Your own lab.
No!
Come soon.
Yeah, you want some cheap Chinese fish, Martin sells some knockoff koi.
Actually, pedigree Japanese koi, cheap knockoff koi.
From what he tells us,
They are the best of the best.
they're good poisson.
Clark's Koi also sponsor Des, the Freelander.
Well, what do they do for it?
We're going to get a big Clark's Koi sticker on the side of the Saxo,
Yeah,
free of charge.
F off. Excuse me.
We'll chuck some injector seals in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll.
Can we have a look at them when you whip them out? Let's have a look at what the injector seals look like, and
Yeah, I can say we'll
maybe
have a
the tips as well.
Yeah, have a
Show
good
us your
look at the
tip.
tips and everything.
Yeah.
And it might be one of them where the tip's that
Stretched out or
Stretched out,
deformed
you can't
or
get the seal off.
yeah.
fingers crossed it's something obvious.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing we want to be doing is just replacing stuff and not getting anywhere.
I know, yeah.
We'll pick the most obvious and start there.
Use our experience, yeah.
There's no fault codes in it or anything like that, so it's not stored anything.
Thing is, it doesn't for. It
Everything's
often
up.
does. It's not like a modern.
No, I mean everything
Modern
sort of
vehicle.
seems to read okay. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's abnormal in that respect. So we have done, you know, a good half hour's worth of diagnostics beforehand, just to make sure we're not missing an obvious thing.
Yeah.
Like I say, fuel pump sounds well. It primes up. Okay, it's typical Discovery.
Yeah.
It's broken, but it won't tell you why.
Better than Will's.
Oh, look, scrap that.
Will's converting his from an auto to a manual today. You want to hear it? How it moves.
Couldn't even handle a little rebound.
Did like an auto dyno pull on the dyno first pull. 500 Newton meters, bless it. So what is it exactly? Let me just turn the radio down a bit. So you have, for those that didn't see the video, I mean, go back and see the dyno video with Martin and Will on the dyno. Got a hybrid turbo on there, haven't you, Will?
Yeah. Hybrid turbo, ultimate intercooler.
When we say ultimate intercooler, it's a Discovery ultimate intercooler, not a Defender. So a little bit of testing going on there.
Coming soon to a web shop near you.
Coming soon to a web shop near you. If you didn't hear Martin. Yes, I've still got a cold, but I sound better at least.
Hey?
So the live hose is on there as well.
I don't think that's far away. Maybe another turbo soon still.
Maybe another turbo.
Yeah.
Turbo you go for next, Will?
Maybe a 450.
A 450?
Yeah.
There is talk of that hybrid going on mine and the 450 going on Will's.
You need to pack it in and put a 550 on it. Stop it. You've already made 500 Newton meters.
I know.
Yeah.
More.
And yeah, you need more. So, I mean, 500 Newton meters currently on a stock R380 gearbox.
Yeah.
Obviously, this isn't a lightweight vehicle. Will's been adding all his camping gear on it. But I think the boys, you going somewhere soon?
Yeah, we're going to Wales, to Strata, Florida.
Right.
Bastards Lane, Red Lane.
Yeah.
What we're going for? 4 days, are we? Yeah, 4 days.
Cool.
Getting ready.
Yeah.
You come over at the most inconvenient times, you know this, don't you?
Get your ass.
Don't do that, I'll have to start an OnlyFans up.
Another one. Another one.
Don't tell everybody.
What's your old like?
I don't have time for enough content on the one I've got.
What's the?
You're gonna ask me what that's like now, aren't you?
Look, try and have a look at your old.
I've only just pulled the injector out, man.
Hmm.
Can you see?
Yeah. I can see, but I might need to have a.
The viewer's got better.
The viewer's got a better view than I do currently because I've got a 1-inch screen.
It looks alright.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll check the others as they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get them out and then I'll holler at you.
What was that you say, Will? Why did they put this Sani pad in here?
Yeah, look.
What Sani pad?
That plastic.
Oh, you've got one of them on your car. They're valuable. Also very annoying if it's still present. That's not going back on, is it, Will?
It might do.
It might go back on.
Yeah, it might do.
What about the top nut on the starter? This one's yours. You can do what you want, yeah?
Probably not.
Probably not.
When I have a starter issue in Wales,
In the middle, yeah.
I'll.
Yeah, you don't want to be changing that out in the field, mate. Got a bit of a weep on your coolant.
Yeah. There's a nip up.
Stinks of piss. Oh, yeah, we've got a melted out copper seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh wow.
They've not been done in a while.
No, they haven't. We've seen them melted out before, haven't we?
They're not horrendous, though.
That one's not bad. What I'll do
They're not horrendous, just pick that off. Meet Will, everybody. He's supposed to wear glasses. Not horrendous. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's not. He's got an hasn't it, but it's not.
Right, let's just grab me some grips. Let's push one of these new ones out and we'll do a comparison.
Can't remember the one we took off the 110 that run away with itself.
That'd run away with itself.
I can't remember.
That's the extreme of it, isn't it?
It was nearly gone.
Yeah. Oh, our 110. Yes, it ran away with me. Yes, it did.
Book out of it.
I got a book out. I was doing 50. Right. Let's have a look here then. So, oh
You see that? They're not quite square on top of each other.
no. So that is
side by side. You can give.
yeah. That's Will saying it's not too bad. Yeah, oval. So yeah, that's not sealing very well. It's burnt itself out, hasn't it?
Broken.
Broken. Yeah. So.
So that bunch is probably a pretty decent start.
Yeah, obviously, when that's not sealing, you're not going to maintain fuel rail pressure So you've got some abnormalities there. Be interesting to, I should have videoed how this one started. Or how this one didn't start. Yeah, there was basically...
You couldn't have done that because it didn't start.
Yeah, there was lots of spinning over and and no firing, and then I was sat in the office pricing up some parts for that Peugeot over there, and yeah, it didn't sound very good. It was quite knocky, to say the least, but Martin was using... What was you using?
I wasn't using it, Will was.
You wasn't using it.
Well, we had to get it to start to try and see if we can see some data from it.
There are other
Other brands available.
other brands of will start your engine available, so you know.
Pretty much every single one of them, and that's a new one.
That's a new one, of course, yeah. Ooh. New and used. So that one, I think, is the worst.
The tips don't look bad on the injectors.
That copper washer on this one looks like it's melted a bit. On the flat side of it, rather than the circular part of it. Yeah, there is definitely a big difference. And we're using genuine bits, guys.
Always genuine.
Always genuine. Sorry, try not to show the job sheet. That's it. These bodies don't look too bad. I mean, these tips underneath this carbon, I don't think they're... I mean, that one's... we got an odd set of injectors. You've got some black tips.
I'm going to check the coding. Now I've got them out. But
yeah.
another top tip.
Don't ever clean your tips. Ever. Don't touch them.
Yeah.
We've had customers come in before that they've wire wheeled it and cleaned it up.
Yeah.
You've just ruined a perfectly good set of injectors.
Yeah.
Don't wipe them with a cloth. Don't wipe them with anything.
I would hold them pointing down and maybe brake cleaner and allow it to rinse off naturally.
A little squirt, but
Don't,
nothing,
no
nothing
tip
to bust
touching,
any
please. Because the little pinhole holes in the end there, very small. Some of these grubby bits of carbon gets in there, and you can get a blockage. So
give you a bad day.
yeah, it will give you a bad day. So do actually have an injector cleaning machine, which before we started doing YouTube, done quite a few dyno jobs with and found some power. So look at Will. Right, Superman. Give me a Defender. Yeah, buy a lifted truck. Yeah, you're one of them, aren't you? Yeah. No, we've got a diesel injector cleaner, and yes, we can use it on Td5 injectors as well as Puma Defenders, and we've had some decent results. So there will be some videos in the future. There's so much we want to put out there. Stick with us, and we've got some pretty cool stuff coming out this year. That is a dirty diesel. Right, Will, why have you got the grinder out?
I'm currently, which has never happened in the hundreds of Td5 engines I've took out, someone has rounded the back bolt behind the fuel regulator.
Just taking the head off it.
So I'm currently die grinding the head off of it, which I've never had to do, and it would be on my truck.
It would be on your own truck. Bless you, Will.
Right behind me.
Don't give him sympathy.
I don't know, it does look pretty bad.
One bolt.
If he didn't want more power than me, we wouldn't be in this position.
No, he was warned.
He was.
He was warned. What's the saying, Martin?
He even warned himself. He said, I'm not going to buy a TD5 because I'll just add more and more power to it until I cause myself problems.
But there's a Land Rover saying, isn't there?
One life, live it.
No,
That's 4x4x4.
No.
I don't know what you're on about.
I'd advise the Td5 to anyone.
Oh yeah,
But they get really expensive when your friends have got them as well.
yeah.
So yeah, the clutch install is going really well. Just, you know what, that's a perfect example of booking your car in for a job. And, you know, why is my labour a little bit more? That is why, you know, something like that. You never know who's been in there before you. And these are old cars now, you know. 25 years old, some of them. Same with this one, ready for a road test?
Yeah, fan back on, put the cowling back on. No fault codes in it, injectors are all correctly coded.
Yeah. Was they out?
No, they weren't.
No,
they
there
were
was the
right,
correct
yeah.
code, so
Yeah,
just
they were right. I did just double check them.
injector seals, potentially at this point, you know, road test pending.
But same with this, you know, for the sake of a set of injector seals, it's had fuel pump, it's had loom, it's had all sorts spent on it when one set of injector seals in it.
Proper diagnostics. It's just that.
Well, you say proper
Well,
diagnostics.
it's experience though.
Yeah,
you can't buy experience.
It was a guess, but it was an educated guess through.
You can come to alive.
I will sell you experience.
Yeah, right. Favourite bit of the job so far, Will? That. It's a good one, isn't it? Know that. That's what we're looking at.
Shouldn't want to let go.
No. So the eagle-eyed upon you, I'll notice that we've actually made for the jacking beam, the transmission stand, a bolt-on.
It's got a standard clutch.
It's got a standard clutch in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a bolt-on to the gearbox. Nice little adapter, nice and safe, yeah. These gearboxes are not light. So I know there's probably a few of you mechanics that are maybe watching this that might have fitted one or two of these on your back on the floor, well done. But yeah, so we'll have a look at that clutch in a minute. Will just said it looks like a stock one, so it had no chance of hanging on to that torque, did it? So matey who sold you this, who told you?
he didn't fit it, but he said the previous owner had put a medium duty power spec clutch in it, which clearly not.
No, he did not. Oh well.
That's my eyes deceived me.
So yeah. No green cover.
Doesn't look to be green.
Right. Are you excited to lay down 500 Newton meters? Without properly?
Yeah, hopefully it'll do a bit more.
I think what we need to do is get you to bed the clutch in a little bit,
Yeah.
and then back on the dyno and get an honest run out of it. Because I think, did it record like 504, 505 Newton meters?
Yeah.
I think it might have had a bit more, you know.
Hopefully.
Just there, Will. All right.
Definitely a stock clutch.
Definitely a stock clutch.
She was doing well.
There's some muck on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right, who wants to see this stock clutch? There we go. Just pop under the ramp for a minute and have a look. Oh yeah.
It's not very green.
You can tell straight away, can't you? Yeah, we've seen a lot of them.
Is it Valio one? It's got a date on it, normally do. The date at the top.
It says Valio there, does it? Give it a wipe.
Normally rubs off. Really easy. 2016. She's an old, yeah. Look how old it is.
Yeah, the mileage on the
On the fingers.
on the fingers on the diaphragm, yeah. So, right, well.
Oh, don't forget to make me broken. My
Oh yeah, he's had
there.
to. Where are we? Yeah, so.
The first.
I'm going to have to zoom in, sorry, Willie. So the head of that bolt, look, right in the middle of the screen, he's had to nibble that off because it was rounded off by the man that fitted this clutch in, maybe, well, this 2016 clutch.
Good job, Massey.
It's a bit of a different video for you guys. A bit slower pace, this one, really. That's very oily in there, Will.
Very oily.
Yeah, crank seal for, you're going to have to do the crank seal. Have you felt the shaft?
Yeah, a bit playing.
Is it all right, is it? What are we saying? Not too bad. New spigot bearing. That's had some, that's been sitting on the spigot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Too bad, but.
Good splines on it.
Yeah.
Still fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed the kit that you've got, you're not doing a release bearing?
Yes.
Oh, you are? There's no bearing in the kit? Well, I didn't see one. Oh, it doesn't.
Bearing.
It wasn't in the same box. Forgive me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the LOF stainless bearings.
Spigot bush.
We don't get any problems with these, do we?
No.
No.
No, never had one fail.
Spigot bush. Yeah. So one of these. We'll watch Will. He's the master at changing these, aren't you, mate? You know what? Yeah. He's got a knack for them. So and.
New push rod.
A new push rod. Let's have a look at the state of his old push rod. And the ramp's up in the air, but we'll have a look. It looks like it wanted changing. Is it up there somewhere? Maybe the camera can see it. Yeah. So.
It's been in there a while.
Could be the original one, that.
Been pushing it on
Been,
the piss.
been to war and back, that has, hasn't it? Your clutch has got to feel better with that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually quite excited to. I'll just put that up there, Will.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have a go myself and feel the clutch. It's like I say, these new clutches is it new? Is it a new style of clutch, or is it just the late? Is it just the current one?
About 8 months ago, yeah.
Right.
We developed it.
Right. So
We fitted a few in-house.
heavy duty clutch that's not heavy on the foot pedal. Yeah. That's good because.
Fit the uprated LOF slave cylinder within 1,000 miles. Don't fit it straight away, otherwise you won't bleed your clutch up.
Mm-hmm. Not that we've been there before. So yeah, going all right then. You want to give that a steam outside?
So yeah, filthy.
Minging, innit?
I think my oil leak is my rocker cover that's running down
Yeah, it's common.
between the bell housing.
Very common to be mistaken that for your crank seal.
Yeah.
Just lever it out a little bit. Be careful with these because they're very heavy.
Lovely.
Yeah, they will have the flywheels weigh a sodding ton. I found a flywheel once. Will, do you ever guess where I found a flywheel?
Where did you find a
In my
flywheel?
toolbox, it was you.
Was it naked?
I don't know. I didn't want one. Oh, there we go. Oh, she's a bit smooth.
A little bit of meat on her.
Yeah, a little bit of meat. Oh,
She's been slipping.
yeah, you're a bit hot spotted on there.
Just a bit.
You say you put it in fourth and drove it home the other day like an auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that in some better light. It's a bit dark under here. I'll pinch that from you and I'll have a little look. Right. Oh, it's got some. Yeah, it's got some depth on it, you know. But 500 Newton meters in a stock clutch does not go. Does not go. So.
Might have stood out.
Oh yeah. So whilst we're at it, and we do rate the LOF clutches. What I would say is there are other clutches out there available as well. You know.
You can't beat Luke for the support then.
Yeah, Luke is pretty good for support. Top guy. Says it how it is. Does good gear. Does a really annoying, for the Defender, really annoying clutch spring. Flipping heck. When they come in, It's like a 10-man job to fit it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Luke's got this lovely video, Luke. If you're watching this, you've got this lovely video where you fit an LOF clutch spring to a Defender. You know, but you're doing it on the bench.
Yeah.
Do us a video with one on and show us how it's done,
Yeah,
please.
come on, Luke.
Yeah, otherwise we'll have to do one to show you how much we struggle.
Yeah.
But now we get them done. Done a couple of them on my own. Jace is usually pretty decent at them.
Strong hands, haven't you?
Strong, like, but when they're in, you know, they cost 30 quid or something for the spring. 30 quid.
It's a cheap light pedal.
Yeah, it really feel a bit weird. Takes some getting used to. But you know, if you've got a bad leg or you know, older gentleman or whatever, anyway, it makes the clutch pedal a lot lighter. Do they do one for the disco?
No, unfortunately.
No.
They do a D1, not a D2.
Why not for the D2?
Because it doesn't have that sort of spring on the clutch
Right.
box.
But they do a power slave.
Yeah.
It is a power slave, isn't it?
Yeah, power slave, yeah. Bigger piston in it.
As my phone rings. Very important. Right, so I mentioned earlier on that there was a flywheel in my toolbox and Will's commandeered it, cleaned it up because it's a bit repurposed it. He says it's a bit tighter than the one he had. I think that come off a donor engine that we had in at some point. So he's getting ready to reinstall. Now he has given this a clean. And forgive me, I'm not using the mic, it's gone flat at the minute. So he has given this a clean and he said the crank seal wasn't leaking at all. So, you know, if they're not leaking, don't touch them, yeah? So, I'll wait for him to come back and we'll say, Will, what was leaking? I think it might have been the, is it the rocker cover right at the top there? Could have been the one. So, we'll find out. So what was leaking then, Will? Rocker cover leaking down the back, making you think it was potentially, I mean, look at it. Potentially the crank seal. It wasn't, however. So you got that spigot to change, Will?
Yeah. Yeah, it's sweet. Go very well. Like that. There she goes.
See, that's not too bad. Off camera, Will just says, don't film that, because I'll make a mess out of it. He's lost the bit that he normally uses to take them out. So, no, it wasn't too bad. Well, I've seen people do a lot worse. I've done a lot worse. So, he's popping the new one back in then. So this is going to guide the gearbox, the gearbox shaft in there then. Oh, he's got a brake cleaner the hole out.
That's it. Yes, I do. That is your installation spigot bush device.
Nice. Yeah, Will's just check that one of these will go in there. You can't beat one of them.
No, you can't.
You can't beat one of them. Just popping one of these in there. Good clutch alignment tool as well, that. So, flywheel going on. Got a fresh set of bolts to go with it. I ought to sell you that. You'd put that in my toolbox.
No, you chucked it out.
No. Was it?
Yeah, it's all rusty.
So yeah, doesn't look like a bad one at all, that. Bit tighter than the one you had, Will? A little bit, yeah.
It's not scored, is it?
Not as scored, no. Yeah, I did notice that on the old one. So, bolts going in, thread locker as well, blue thread lock. So, red thread lock generally, if there's no intention for it to ever come out again in its life, and then blue if it might come out again. So, I believe in blue for this. I don't know if you're under the same opinion on that one, Will.
Yeah, definitely.
Blue's a bit softer. Yeah, so right on the torque wrench, yes, we have a digital one, 40 Newton meters. And once they're all torqued up to 40 Newton meters, it is a 90-degree angle.
Doing a calibration.
Yep. So angle calibration just done, and then 90. So digital wrench for the 90 degree being really helpful under this sort of scenario. Not a lot of room to swing the wrench. So obviously get to 70 something.
Whereas you're using a dial gauge.
Yeah.
Trying to hold it and pull on it.
Yeah. So. So yeah, real handy that. So we'll leave Will to just do that for a moment, and then we'll pop back when he's ready to fit the clutch. So Will's just spun around and said to me, what we're going to take off next to? I said, I don't know. He says, we're going to take this off. He's still got to put the clutch and the cover on, and then torque that up. But yeah, the reason he mentions that is that me and Will, was it me or was it you? I think both of us have caught each other trying to put a gearbox on with that still attached once or twice. So yeah, you know, we're only human, you know, but just like that. Yeah, so yeah, don't forget to take that off. Is that an LOF part?
Yes, it is.
It is, it's so LOF clutches. I did think, because it's, you know, it's Luke's Fitzsimmons, it's his colour, isn't it? Don't forget to fit your ball tip.
Yeah,
That'll be bad.
Yeah. A little bit of grease. Not too much, as Luke shouts at you.
Yeah, he does, yeah. We've seen clutches fitted before. We just have a look at it. We've seen clutches fitted before where too much of that grease. Can we just see that grease well? That's your spline grease. So it's quite a big packet, don't use it all, guys. So yeah, if you put a bit of that on the splines or in the spigot, we've seen it sort of spread out and it's made its way into the plate, and then the clutch has slipped, you know, and almost instantly from it being new. You know, with the best intentions, you simply just can't run that in. So using a gearbox shaft just as an aligner. Oh, brake cleaner. Anything off there that you might not want. Pop it on the dowels for the dual mass, and then there's a selection of nuts to go on there. And those will have a torque setting as well. Will, do you remember what that is off the top of you? 25 Newton. It doesn't sound like a lot, no.
I always do it a little bit more.
Yeah. You can do your own a little bit more, Will.
I had a mate's come loose once.
Ooh. So they are nylock nuts, aren't they? Are they flanged nuts or washers? Flanged.
Flanged, yeah.
So
Used to be washed.
is that something that LOF clutches supply as well?
Yes, it come with a kit, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, potentially everything you could need in one box to get the clutch fitted.
We've got the ramp rather high today, haven't we, Stu?
The ramp at the right height?
They're rather high.
Oh, rather high. Well, you would always give me jip for being the shortest ass. And there's Jack over there. Thinks he's taller than me.
It's a ratchet hard in there.
Right, judging by that sound, they've just got the tip in the clutch. So yeah, it's gone in, guys.
Don't let it come out. Push again.
Here comes Jace to give it a pump.
No. How are we doing? Badly.
It's Jace, the big silverback. He's come to wrestle the gearbox in.
Hey, you've been wiggling for over an hour now. Over an hour? Is it clearing everything up there? Best it can, yeah. First bit's dropped it. Yeah, it looks mint.
Do you want the crank rotating a touch?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, 24 on the crank, innit? Alright, scrap that. His steering guard's in the way. He says it's buried. Unless it's from the top. Can you not grab the shaft and twist it? Give it a tiny... Okay.
Oh, that's just gone in. Yep. Right, hang on, we've stood now. Go on. It's on. Nearly. Squeeze that way. Nearly done it.
Get a bolt and a...
What did you say, sorry?
And you run an LOF clutch in this as well?
Oh, we do, yes.
Oh.
Yes. Special one.
Yeah?
So the first clutch we had in there did 3 laps of the local field. The LOF clutch that's in there currently has actually already done an entire season, and it will go for another season.
Sponsored by LOF?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I wasn't sure if we bought it or if it was,
no,
genuine.
No, he sent us a clutch because at the time it was, it's basically a ceramic paddle clutch.
Yeah.
And at the time it was one of only 2 that existed, so it was sent for testing purposes as well.
Right, okay, yeah.
Like I said,
So works both ways in that case.
yeah, we've done him the favour by testing it.
Yep.
He's done us the favour by potentially giving us a really good clutch, which, as it turns out,
And now all your competitors know where to get a really good clutch for the Freelander
well, 3 of the other trucks actually run the same clutch now.
because I've seen yours.
necessarily.
Oh, you kept it
I
a
like
little.
to think that way. But yeah, so
Yeah,
we've benefited him, he's benefited us.
Cool.
But,
cool.
stickers on the truck.
Yeah. Right, so it's looking like Will has got his clutch in. He's had a bit of a feel for the pedal, feels okay. Yet to go for a road test, but look, spot the new shiny bits. So he's been having some problems with brakes. He's got some new lines on there. I think the Britpart braided lines that he's done. So calipers and braided lines on the back. Obviously this, well, not obvious, but if you didn't know, this has got a lift kit on it. So extended flexi brake pipes is what it's needed. So on the back there as well, look. And I think he's done pads on the back. He might not have done pads, but either way, he's got new calipers on the front there. So right, so a couple of days later, it's actually nearly a week later, Will has been using this disco with the new LOF clutch in it, and we're just going to go for a road test now. He's been telling me off camera how it feels to drive, but we're going to go for a road test, and Will's going to tell us briefly what it's like to drive with an LOF clutch.
It does have a nice bite to it.
Will's Disco 2 holding 500 Newton meters with an LOF clutch, doing quite well, sounding well. We are going to put this one back on the dyno just to see how it compares. Here it comes. All right, Will.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
Don't know, you tell me what you reckon, mate.
It seems spot on, nice and light.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Holds well.
Yeah, it does hold well, yeah.
Putting down that torque, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So,
Yeah, quite impressed with it, nice and light.
light on the pedal.
Obviously got the uprated slave cylinder fit in 1,000 miles, well, 500 miles now.
Right.
Should make it a bit lighter again.
Yep.
Yeah, doesn't snag the gears or anything, so
Yeah.
very happy.
Shift's all right, cool.
Shift's nice, yeah.
Yeah. Reckon Martin should buy one.
Definitely.
Get one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Martin, get spending, mate. We know you love it.
Wait for us to slip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next on your car,
Switchable map.
switchable map.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, and you'll see what goes on next. So we'll see you next time. Cheers.